Hi, I'm Mrs. Glozier, and today I will be reading you Adele and Simone. It's a story from France written by Barbara McClintock. I hope you enjoy.
Adele picked up her little brother Simon at school. Simon was waiting by the door. He had his hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, his coat and knapsack and books and crayons, and a drawing of a cat he'd made that morning. "Simon, please try not to lose anything today," said Adele. Simon said, "I'll try." At the corner, they stopped to talk to Madame Biscuit, the grocer. She gave them each an apple. After a while, Simon tugged on Adele's sleeve. "Where's my drawing?" he asked. They looked and looked again, but couldn't find it. So off they went without the drawing to the park nearby. Adele set out their afternoon snack on a park bench, but Simon had disappeared. Monsieur Pierre, the gardener, helped her look for him, and there he was, up a tree. "Come down this minute!" Adele scolded. Simon climbed down with his hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, his coat and knapsack and crayons. But no drawing of a cat. And where were his books? Simon didn't even notice they were missing. "Let's go see the dinosaurs next," he said. Soon they were wandering happily among the fossils and dinosaurs at the Natural History Museum. They said hello to their friend Monsieur Dent, the museum guard. Simon had his hat and gloves and sweater, his crayons and coat and knapsack, but no drawing of a cat. And where was his scarf? "Simon, how can you lose things like this?" asked Adele. Simon shrugged his shoulders. He shook his head. He didn't know. Adele and Simon left the museum. The day was bright. It felt wonderful to walk. "Adele," said Simon, "have you seen my glove?" "Oh, Simon, not again," said Adele. They hunted all over and couldn't find it. But Simon wasn't worried. Maybe he didn't need two gloves when he still had one. They stopped to watch a puppet show. Several of Adele's friends were there. The girls talked and talked until Simon interrupted. "Adele, I've lost my other glove." Everyone joined the hunt. They looked under benches and behind shrubs, but the glove wasn't found. "Simon, we are spending the whole day looking for your things. Don't lose anything else," scolded Adele. But Simon wasn't listening. He was already on his way down the path, following the sounds that came from the street. Horns blew, drums boomed. It was a parade. And right in front was their friend Paul. Adele and Simon walked along beside him until they reached the art museum. "Simon," said Adele, "where's your hat?" "What is Mama going to say?" "Don't worry," said Simon. "I still have my sweater and coat and knapsack and crayons." Inside the museum, Simon went directly to the room with his favorite paintings. He got out his paper and crayons and started to draw. People politely stepped around him. Madame Quill, his art teacher from school, was there. Simon proudly showed her his drawing. "You must sign it," she said. But Simon couldn't find his crayons. Everyone helped him look, but no crayons were found. Simon hugged Adele before she could scold him. "Can we go now?" he asked. "I'm hungry." "Oh, Simon," Adele sighed. "You've got to stop losing things. I'm tired of looking for hats and gloves and crayons and books and scarves everywhere I go." But Simon was too busy eating eclairs and chocolates to listen. And when it was time to go, he had entirely forgotten where he'd put his knapsack. "I'm sure it will turn up somewhere," said Monsieur Bonbon, the waiter. They left the pastry shop and headed toward home. "Oh, look, Simon! Acrobats!" said Adele. Harlequins juggled, a sword swallower swallowed, and the strong man lifted with mighty effort. All the children joined in the fun. Simon's friend Leo was there doing handstands and tumbling along with Simon until they were out of breath. "But Simon, where's your coat?" asked Adele. Everyone hunted high and low, but Simon's coat was not to be found. Adele was about to scold him again, but Simon wasn't there. Andre, the postman, helped Adele look for him. They finally found Simon without his sweater. "I was too warm," Simon explained. Adele sighed. "It's getting late. Let's go." At last they were home, and Adele was tired. Tired of Simon losing things. Tired of looking for things Simon lost. Tired of looking for Simon. Mama was waiting. "Simon," said Mama, "where are your hat and gloves and scarf and sweater, your coat and knapsack and books and crayons?" "And the drawing of a cat he made at school," added Adele. Just then there was a knock at the door. And there were Simon's things. That night, after Adele and Simon had gone to bed, Simon asked sleepily, "Is tomorrow a school day?" "Yes," said Adele. "And will you pick me up to bring me home again?" asked Simon. "Yes," Adele sighed, and before Adele could say another thing, Simon was fast asleep.